Hi, this is Kivi Lou Miller with NonprofitMarketingGuide.com. Welcome to video number 3 in our new series from the CoCoa Club, which is our shorthand for the Communications Coaching Program for Executive Directors. This is a brand new program we're launching just for executive directors who are really doing the communications work themselves. Today, let's talk about editorial calendars. At their simplest, editorial calendars tell you what to send out and when and where, but they can be much more detailed than that and therefore much more useful. A really good editorial calendar is going to help you ensure that your messaging is not only getting out to the right people, but that it's really working. And it's also a major tool in preventing staff burnout and calming the constant frenzy so often associated with nonprofit marketing and communications. Let's get started with the basics.
This is your basic grid, so you need to decide what you're going to put in each axis. It's pretty common to go ahead and put timelines down the side. So in this case, we just have it by weeks, and to put your communications channels across the top. In this case, we're doing an e-newsletter, an e-appeal, a direct mail appeal, and some Facebook. If you just want the most basic editorial calendar, you would simply indicate when those things are going out. So this tells us that we have an email newsletter twice a month, we have an e-appeal twice a month on those offsetting weeks. We're going to do one direct mail appeal at the beginning of the month, and we're going to post to Facebook 5 times a week. However, you really want to get more specific than this, so we want to go ahead and add some additional details. I like to include a column right at the top and at the front that says call to action or most important message to remind me what really is most important for those weeks. So you can see in the first 2 weeks we have donating to the campaign, and then we're going to shift our message to registration for an event. I like to get even more specific by including specific information about the content. So you can do things like insert the headlines from your newsletter or the subject line from your email appeal. This really helps you start to see what's going out when and how you can repurpose between your different communications channels. Some people prefer a calendar format. This is actually my preference for our day-to-day editorial calendar. I use a grid for long-term planning, but I like the calendar for day-to-day. So again, we want to go ahead and start throwing in some of the content. With calendars, you're often layering colors. So our email newsletter headlines we would include in purple, for example. If we're going to drop in an e-appeal calendar, maybe we'll make that green. And again, we'll include the subject line to actually give us a sense for what we're talking about then. And if we're going to do Facebook every day, including even on the weekends, let's go ahead and make that blue. So again, you can turn on all of these colors, turn them off if you just want to see one channel, and again, repurpose in between the channels to really build out that calendar and stay consistent with your messaging. We're going to cover editorial calendars in depth during the coaching program for executive directors. If you've got any questions about editorial calendars, leave them below in the comments and I'll get right back to you.